Hey guys, Crazy for Daisy here, and the reason why you hear my voice right now is because I did a little bit editing to the VOD, and the reason why is because one of the players had an emergency mid-match. So on the first maps, you're going to hear different casters, and then you're going to hear me and Currymaker on the last Haven. Now, I don't know why the emergency was, but honestly, it's none of our fucking business. So please don't, spam the players being like, oh, what happened here? Are you okay? It's like, it's been long gone. Especially since you're watching the VODs, so just enjoy the match and realize that casters are gonna switch when the Haven happens. Peace.
Okay, hello everybody and welcome to another cast of mine. I will be casting people that are in my own group, so there's a conflict of interest here, one would say. I'm rigging the spins to get the results I want. Wink wink nudge nudge, that is a total joke. No one rigs spins anymore. On the left we have Alphro and on the right we have Aphro. So this is the Alphro matchup. Bangkok is the pick for Alph, and then Miami is the pick for Aphro. And yeah, that is probably fair to say. This audio is very loud. Yeah, this is a pretty damn important matchup. Aphro probably needs to pick up I don't know exactly right, but needs to pick up some points here to maybe take that 3rd/4th spot. It is kind of tight right now. Me and Dutton have basically secured 1 and 2 as far as I know, so this is a pretty important decider between like 3rd, 4th, 5th, etc. And Aphro, yeah, what do you mean needs a restart? You just mean I need to refresh? Maybe it should mean we mean a delay here. Alright, yeah, okay. That was close. He was a little bit too vague, to be honest, on the first message. No, it's alright. It's my fault for bad interpretation as well, right? Yeah. I'll just ping Alph there because there's no reason to post the whole message in Matchups channel because Aphro knows, I guess. Yeah, Aphro in her last match had some FPS issues, so let's pray to God in this one. She has smooth gameplay to at least have a fair shot at completing some of the difficult tasks you've got to do in roulette. But yeah, we have only got one visit between the two players on this map, and it is Aphro has 1 loss. Get that mod menu down, Aphro, what are you doing? Yeah, so Dutton says, let's have a look at the groups because we've got a little bit more time now, right? No, I'm not going to move the scene over, I'll just peek it myself, actually. I don't want to mess around too much with this OBS start because we might be going sooner rather than later, I don't really know. But yeah, Dutton has 26 from 7, I have 26 from 5, Alph has 16 from 4. I don't think Alph's going to reach your 26. I don't know, though. Yeah, David Red Sox, sorry I got interrupted there, but yeah, it's between David Red Sox and Aphro and Alph for that 4th spot. Rocky could come in, but I would say TK and Gecko are a bit out of it right now. But yeah, technically possible for a lot of changes, but I think the picture's becoming decently clear. But yeah, the time has worked out quite well with the restart, so Aphro says she's probably good to go, so we might be alright here. Get going. Yeah, Peter mathematically can be knocked out, but I want to say it's definitely impossible. It's not impossible, wrong word, but it ain't going to happen. It just will not happen. Rekia here, though, is 2:44 by Dynamus, to point that out. That is a pretty damn fast time. That's like a get to Jordan straight away from Tech, kill him, and then head straight down to Ken. Emetic ASAP. Let's see if that can be done here. Jordan Cross, Assault Rifle as a waiter, no target KO, not too bad. And then Ken Morgan, Loud SMG as kitchen staff, also not too bad, but not amazing. So start hotel staff, which is aka also known as a waiter start, and then rush Jordan, probably on both sides here. Some people do start waiter, it is like 2 seconds slower than starting hotel staff, so who cares? But if we see on Alph side, they do start hotel staff, so they do have that knowledge. I think them audio levels for Alph are about right, and then I'll mute Aphro's side. Well, yeah, Aphro's a bit late in here. We've got a decent lead for Alph. Yeah, in truth, it doesn't even matter, right? If you start waiter or hotel staff, what is 2 seconds in reality? But basically just planning time lead here for Alph, but we'll say it's because of the hotel staff start, right? That is the difference here. Aphro's brought the Loud SMG in the main slot, so getting around Bangkok without a pistol is not amazing, I must say. It can be done, for sure. But you really don't want to get clipped by cameras or take them out deliberately, which is not really worth the time investment. Now, I didn't clock where Alph smuggled, but it's... Oh, it's up here now. This is fine, right? This just indicates that they're going to have to swap into a bodyguard to get back down again, which is not something that I think really matters. But yeah, kill number 1 down for Alph. Thankfully they didn't knock Jordan Cross out. That was super clean. Can that bodyguard spot Jordan? No? Okay. I thought both doors being open, it could mean the guard sees Jordan. He wants the bodyguard to move. You don't really need it, but there we go. It has happened. Aphro has ripped getting up to Jordan on the first... Oh, so has Alph. We are back to square one. The load times look longer on Alph's side, to be honest, so... At least I think so anyway, judging by off the corner of my eye. We get a clearer picture, I suppose, here. Let's like try and jot down the time that Alph reaches these stairs here compared to Aphro. 21 versus 26. Maybe it wasn't perfect on both sides, but you see the small difference there. Very negligible though. In truth, Bangkok is a very simple map with, I guess, when you watch it, simple strategies, but I think performing, going up to Jordan, dodging cameras and enforcers and pulling peekaboos and whatnot. But yeah, I didn't clock that on Aphro's side. Them pistols are yellow, so that is not great. She doesn't have a pistol to take them out, so... Will she even have an EMP? Probably not. How does she even solve that? Maybe you have to take the AR down to shoot it. I don't like that for Aphro, I must say. That's not good news. I didn't see exactly why for it, but I like this little briefcase law to pull him deeper in. It's really fast, right? Like Jordan just sees it and walks straight there.
Target down. Next up,
I guess the door's not going to stay open for long enough for Jordan to be spotted by the bodyguard, but yeah, this time it was much cleaner. Gets the bodyguard to walk straight away, double KOs, and that's just an exit disguise for Alph to get back down rather than going back down a trespassing way. Aphro does secure Jordan down in a very timely manner, so maybe take that AR with you in the briefcase, swap into the Jordan bodyguard. Alph's using a blue egg on this kitchen staff, which for some reason hasn't left yet. I thought this kitchen staff would have been long gone. I don't know why that is, if I'm honest. Also, worth noting, you don't actually need to blue egg that kitchen staff. I believe you can just KO and leave. Plenty of people can take maps off me. Oh, he already came back? Ain't no way. Isn't that the one that goes down for a piss? Oh, man, I didn't know that. I thought that was the one that went all the way down. Fair enough. Aphro has to wait out this Enforcer, which is lovely and enjoyable and great map design. You could lap all the way back around the kitchen, I suppose, but still.
Wait, I recognize you.
I don't know if this matters for Alph, but they've triple emeticked there on that bunch. So if Ken gets sick last, that's bad news, right? They are not, like, even checking. So let's just hope it works out, I guess. Yeah, Ken could go to the toilet if they got sick first. Oh, and Aphro's ripped aiming at the camera, right? Did she even shoot? She had to have shot to get ripped, right? Interesting. Well, yeah, Alph's not even... Okay, Alph just got lucky, I guess. It seems Otis has gone to the basement. The random is coming for toilet number 2. And Ken is toilet number 1. He can't kill Ken early. He's got to wait. He's got to wait. But yeah, Aphro's frames are dying on the left, on the right here. Like, how can you even play with that? I don't think you can. Hopefully Aphro can keep her cool. Might need a 5-minute in between maps so she can restart again. Oh, was that the kitchen staff? Okay. This will be soundproof for Alph, and the only person that comes in here has been taken care of, so... I think it's fair to say GG's. We'll go for 15 past the hour because Aphro should probably just What? Why? Emetic reroute? Pidgey didn't even type GG, so this makes no sense. How did they get back in time? Yeah, it was definitely an emetic reroute, but that still doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, Aphro does have a lead, but problem is this is unplayable for him. They can't even get through a door. It's interesting because she streamed the game for like an hour on Haven, and it weren't amazing, but it were playable. So this does suck for Aphro, and God knows how you overcome that. Alph just forgot what they were doing, I think, there for a second. The pisser was KO'd, right? Or do you mean the kitchen guy changed toilets? Yeah, hopefully Alph remembers the path up and doesn't just beeline up the stairs this time. But yeah, that's a little bit of fatigue setting in. Aphro's having a go at fixing some settings to maybe buy enough frames to not have 2 seconds input delay, and seems they're opting for a restart, which does just suck, but I can't say I didn't see it coming, to be honest. I think the kitchen pisser went to his spot, and that occupied the toilet, which made the civilian reroute when it was done. Huh. Maybe, right? Anywho, Alph is back up to Jordan for the 3rd time, I think. We'll get the Jordan kill for the 3rd time. Yeah, let's ban Aphro if they're using any kind of cheats to maybe buy 8 frames instead of 5, right? But yeah, they're not. That menu just probably opens up on its own when you boot the game. But yeah, clean as you like, yet again from Alph. Like clockwork, that Jordan kill is. Been done so many times. But yeah, I like the adaptation that I might be seeing here. This could be nice to just go down an emetic Ken ASAP and then work on a different kitchen staff. So like, you just offset the timings, right? You know the timings you had before were a bit of a problem, so you could hang back here and even get Ken in the basement and then grab the free kitchen staff and such. You can... He has a bleg to get just about anyone from the kitchen. There's also the guy who eventually comes down to piss you could just wait for. There's many options right now for Alph. But there goes one of the strangest NPCs in the game on Alph's side. KO'd the guy that investigates the toilet before he pisses in the toilet. And then washes his hands for like 2 minutes. Infuriating NPC, that guy. Otis is sick as well, so Otis should go toilet 2, Ken toilet 1. You'd think no problem, but I don't know why there were a problem last time. Aphro seems to have a decent amount of frames to play right now. Maybe it's just because they're on the outside. I don't know. There shouldn't be too much input delay with this. There is still quite a lot. But she probably won't get the Jordan kill down here with these frames because it does look decently smooth. And I have no doubt in her abilities. Oh. Ken went to toilet 2. Now that is GG. The body is boxed. The only thing that can go wrong is somebody wall hacking Jordan Cross's body in the upstairs bathroom, so even Pidgey's safe to say GG's here. A bit of hard lines on both sides, right? Crazy rip from Alph and then tech issues on Aphro. Either player would have been done with this spin a long time ago, to be honest, if the game was working. But all in all, fast IGT from Alph, sub 4. I'll go with Naeem past the hour because Aphro seems to have frames right now. Come on, hitmaps, take the accept. Okay, thank you. That was strange. I had to press it like 6 times. But yeah, Aphro definitely had a chance there. It's a shame. Pidgey says try lowering your resolution to 1600 by 900 or even at 720p. But yeah. It is hard lines for Aphro. She didn't do much wrong gameplay wise there. Just a few issues with cameras and then the initial Jordan cross peekaboo. I did not even send the spin yet. Miami again. I am honestly sick of watching this map. I don't know if it's just the maps I've landed on, like as a viewer and caster and admin, but I feel like I've at least watched or adminned about 10 Miamis to every other map's 1. I'll do my best to give him a recce spin, Peter. Maybe if I stare at this spin right here for long enough, it'll be one. That recce is not so beatable. That is not true. 99% of spins fall under that time slot, but it doesn't beat it. I don't think there's that many spins that really destroy that. Usually you think a recce is so beatable when you actually know the map very well, right? If you actually... If you look at a map with an expert lens, almost all except maybe a handful of the maps are terrible, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, that's true, I forgot about that. Infofun nearly had it, but ripped on the Robert kill. I'm scared on Aphro's side here, to be honest, because Miami is NPCs galore, so hopefully they don't eat up the frames. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't get me wrong, it is simple to beat 417. It's just a fast plan with a nice spin, but there's so many disguises on Miami and so many like throwables, and most kills you have to pull Sierra out the car. It's just, there's not many spins that are actually that quick. Whoa, this low. Is that going to get a Saturday? And it's going to get thwack. Interesting. Probably not worth the law time, because I don't think any of the mechanics are difficult to get. It's more about the drivers, to be honest. But yeah, Alph's been here twice, 2 losses, but that's not a true reflection of the skill level on this map, I can already tell. And then Aphro has a pretty decent positive win rate here, 5 and 3 with a 7 PB. Overall, going off the stats, I don't think either stat favours either player, and it's pretty tight because just 2 visits is not a ton of chances to show what you're capable of. This crowbar doesn't get heard very often, but it can be heard. Interesting. But yeah, Spin's nearly here. First time they've played each other on this map. It is Sierra Knox, Fire Axe, Ted Mendez, Robert Knox, Battle Axe, Kitchen Staff, no KO. Shit. Boring. Bad. Ted Mendez almost forces Dolphin Fountain start for just about everybody, because you have to pull that over to Sierra and there's no point tripping the map twice if you can trip it once. The no KO Robert stops you from doing an early laptop, an isolation shot or peekaboo, etc, etc, so you have to leave him and shoot it as normal on the way back. The Battle Axe is near Robert and the Fire Axe is near Sierra, so there's that as a quite silver lining. But yeah, hopefully both players just get this 10 Mendez trank off pretty early. It's a lot easier if you just get behind him. Aphro does miss one, but just takes the second bite of the cherry, and they are both in the disguise. Don't want to see players hung up on the Ted Mendez grab for too long, because that's just boring. So yeah, picking your route to Sierra here is not easy, I suppose. I struggle with route in Miami quite a lot. I think Alph is picking the correct one as far as I know. It depends on your preferenced Fire Axe. There's one in the security room near default, and then there's one on the crossing between the parking garage and the main area. I don't know what to call it. Just ahead of where Alph is. Just off like vision of people you can grab, and then the security room Fire Axe is very isolated to grab. We are seeing different ones from both players. The 2 I mentioned. Oh my god, Alph gets 99% wash. That's the difference right there. No one's going to see Aphro take this one. Jesus Christ, that's the count of 3. I've done that. Oh, but yeah, both players have the Fire Axe, have Ted Mendez. Now I need to probably get the sugar. Alph's route is faster. Aphro's is a little bit safer, but I suppose Aphro has also caught the cameras, which I wouldn't count as an issue, because you can just take them out when you're dealing with Robert to like no time loss. So both players going strong here. Yeah, both players probably showing Miami expertise here if we compare it to the Bangkok, right? There's quite a bit of mess on Bangkok happening, and not mess, but a few little mishaps, I suppose, going up to Jordan, and this has been smooth sailing right now, dodging every enforcer, finding items without delay, quick grab on the first disguise. Very competitive Miami so far. But yeah, Alph was in maybe 5 seconds quicker on the plan, so the plan's not really a difference maker. Would have even been loading times that did that difference there. And then just slightly faster Fire Axe that's made up the, I want to say 15-ish seconds lead. So if it goes like this, it'll end up on a photo finish, but I imagine we'll see some turns. Maybe some like, maybe a rip, maybe some dancing around in the Robert thing. Yeah, Aphro's playing Hitman 2016 and doing the crouch runs. Who's this? Did they get a frontal? That's just a corner subdue though, right? That's slow, but that's not a rip. Oh, never mind. They're going for the briefcase. This could Okay, it's not a rip, but that is a decent amount of time loss for Aphro. The lead has grown to maybe over a minute now. I didn't feel like it, but that's what it looks like right now looking at it. Kill number 1 for Alph. Very clean. Didn't even KO her, didn't even box her, right? Buried the axe and dipped. Yeah, if you get a faster cutscene, do you? Because they've taken out one of the mechanics. Is that true? That's crazy. But yeah, if we see no changes, I believe Alph is probably finishing fast enough to not result in a photo finish right now. But time can be gained and time can be lost on this kitchen staff grab. Hopefully players have a sedative for it, because it's kind of finicky to zip into that room and distract and KO both of them, which you can do. No one ever enters that room. Clean kill number 1 for Aphro. Holy! I don't think... Nah, they're going to rip, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't think Alpha was aware you're not allowed in there. They seem to just barge in as if they were allowed to be in there. Also went a finicky route to the kitchen as well, may I add, but it doesn't matter now, there's been a rip. But the rip did come later because of that, and Aphro's beeline to the kitchen. This would have been pretty, actually. This would have been nice to see without a rip, to be honest. This would have been close. But yeah, this is, we see the difference in map knowledge, I suppose, here. Aphro seems to be aware they're not allowed in here, just struggling with a lock on. You could just toss it at his face, it doesn't really matter. The sedative will kick in a little bit later, but... Wait, it's not even caught the kitchen staff. Don't KO now. No. And she even snaps his neck. Oh my god. A lot went wrong there. I'm sorry to laugh, but a lot went wrong there. That was kind of funny. Yeah, she was being patient and then rush of blood and just went for everything all at once there. Hits the trank dart first time there with this. Okay, that was interesting graphical glitch we got there. Result of strange frames, I guess. But yeah. Alph's exactly the same stuff. Same fire X, same pathing. Probably same stuff on right side. So by the time Sierra's dead for both players, we're probably going to see a near on 2-minute lead for Alph. But Alph's shown they don't quite know the best path into the kitchen, so maybe Aphro catches up. 30 odd seconds there. I don't see Aphro catching up without a rip from Alph, but it's definitely possible. We're still not seeing Alph's pathing back to Robert, the battle axe grab, the actual killing of Robert. You could end up shooting the laptop too early and then like being late with the battle axe grab and not having a way back into Robert and stuff. But yeah, like I said earlier, camera troubles is no issue on Aphro, so I don't mind being clipped there at all. Yeah, much the same from Alph. I don't think we saw any differences there, not even in execution. That looked like a replayed video. Not that that's an accusation, just a compliment. I did not notice the Fire X looking any weird. I don't grab it that often, to be honest. I tend to go for the one that Alph uses. I don't think I've ever picked up the security one. I just know it exists. Please don't walk into that enforcer. Okay, crowd blending works. Sometimes it can let you down when you've done something illegal recently, or even by recently I mean ages ago. Yeah, I think there's an argument for the dongle for Ted Mendez spins, but I'm not actually certain on that. I've never tried it. Alph's just about got Fire X and sugared with a decent amount of time here. Like maybe security room Fire X into dongle would be faster than this. They're not going the greatest way again. Interesting that they're not swapping into the mechanic. They're out though. Still going to be trespassing, but there's no NPC. Oh, there is. The guy's there at this time, and then the guy's at the top of the stairs as well. Just show patience, in my opinion, but they're opting for a distraction. Okay, that worked. I didn't see where Aphro left the briefcase. There's a lot of panics going on here. Just change into the waiter, like the best disguise on every map ever. Yeah.
I need some help here.
Was that a peekaboo there? Yeah, so that's going to cancel Aphro from peekaboo in Sierra here. Whether she's aware of that or not, I don't know. And that's body found as well. That's rough. I didn't think she'd pulled the guy far enough to see the body, but she had. To be honest, most of these rips from Aphro are coming from probably input delay from the frames, right? They're like execution errors in the moment, and it does look tough. Alph, again, has taken an age to get to the kitchen, so it's a shame again that we've had a rip. Fortunately, they're in a disguise that they're allowed to be in here this time, so take your pick on how you want to handle this. They're going to go for double trank, probably. Or trank KO, but yeah, double trank makes sense. You don't need tranks for a million more things. They've kept the briefcase with them as well, which is decently smart, to be honest. You can just stick the battle axe in that. Granted, it's not a huge change, because I don't think you can gun flash Robert's guard as far as I know, so you're still trespassing and such, but whatever, you're not holding a legal weapon at least. There's this fire axe coming up. Is it actually as glitched as we say? Ah, yeah. The asset's pushed too far back. Interesting. Even IO don't care about that fire axe. But yeah, if you think about dongle here for Aphro, look how close you are to the dongle guy. You could easily... You even get a free crowbar, I think, in that room, or just buy it. Dongle would slap for this spin, I think. You might not make the lap time in breakpoint though. It's too complicated to know for sure without doing it. That's why most people don't do it. The dongle ISO is you KO the main race coordinator guy, I think, or by... I don't know how to describe the room. But yeah, you get a dongle off somebody in an unspecified location, and then you run over to this laptop and place it in, and then the next... It doesn't end the race immediately, it makes that be the last lap, so the drivers are told to stop racing. I agree, it is good, and I don't know if I say it should be used more, because it's very complicated. Alph has made it up to the laptop. That briefcase was pocketed, right? No. Did they toss it? I wasn't looking. They don't need it, I suppose, anyway. Who cares, right? Just going to take the battle axe from this gym right here. Robert's on his way, and then just slip in behind him. Doesn't look like we're going to get a photo finish. We're either going to get an Alph finish or a rip. There's no way you can waste enough time for Aphro to catch up. Even has a karma for the guard, that adds an extra bit of safety. Did not KO Robert's guard, thankfully.
Well done, 47. Head for an exit and we'll speak
So we are probably heading on to the next map, albeit if we don't rip opening the gate. Guard is outside. Wait, distract. Wait, it is. Don't do it too early. Just wait. There you go. Even waits that extra bit of second because of the window, and GG's. 7:37. Ooh-wee. Got there in the end. That was a test in Miami.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another RRWC match featuring Alph and Aphro. And I got a special co-caster with me. Do you care to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone. Hyped to be here for this last map of this match, and it is a haven. Of course, we had to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, always a pleasure, Curry. So yeah, it's this is just gonna be the Haven, no other two maps. Do you know what happened to cause this?
I think some sort of emergency on Aphro's end caused this match to be abandoned after map 2. But yeah, no specifics. I don't think anybody knows. Really
Okay, yeah. I mean, the specifics isn't any of our business, but hopefully
Yes.
Aphro's doing well and good enough to at least play this match. It did look like Alph got up on her with a 4-0, so hopefully the time in between can help with practice and all that.
Indeed. This is the last map of this match. There is one more Group G match after this, so technically 4 more maps being played in that group.
Yeah. Just 4 maps left until G. I know C is already done. We're kind of almost getting there. A lot of groups are closing down.
Indeed. I mean, Sunday, 6 a.m., I think, in Central Europe is the deadline.
Okay.
So, yeah. Slowly closing out on the group stage.
And then we'll get to the bracket stage. The bracket stage is kind of hyped this time as it will be single elimination, right? And hidden RNG maps, which will be making a comeback. Yes. I don't even remember when the last time we had hidden RNG maps. Was it like... I'm going to take a guess and say 5. But
must have been around that time, yes. I know 4 was the Hitman 3 only tournament. I'm not sure. I think we had hidden RNG back in that.
Okay.
So I think somebody guessed like RR8 was the last one where he had it, but I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I'm too new for that. But yeah, so can't wait to see how this match goes. Neither player has a personal best, but Alph, his is just clean 0-0, while Aphro did play this map twice, but have lost it. So either way, we will be seeing a personal best unless we go to a timeout tie, which I do not think is going to happen with these players. So...
yeah, I would hope so. I mean, Haven is kind of a long map, so if it's a difficult spin, you might only have like a handful of attempts before you're not going to be able to finish in time anymore.
Very true.
I do agree that we will. I hope, and I'm pretty sure we will see a map finish on this one.
Mm-hmm. Refresh Aphro. Oh yeah, for sure. Aphro is now online according to Yanini. There we go.
Yes.
We see her ready at the Villa start. A very dominant start, but Alpha is preparing for Resort Gym. Kind of a off-meta pick, but definitely has his own advantages. Oh, never mind. I just had to say it. So.
Indeed. But yeah, we will go in just a couple of seconds.
All right. Do you want to read off the spin?
Oh, I can for sure. It is a firearm intensive spin. We have Tyson Williams, silenced shotgun, Villa staff, Stephen Bradley, pistol as snorkel instructor, and Ludmila Vetrova, loud SMG in the bodyguard.
Very interesting spin. I mean, they kind of fit together very well. Of course, Villa staff Tyson is the most luckiest Tyson you could ever get. Although that silenced shotgun is a little bit of a problem because in Villa Star you can't. Oh wait, no, there is a stash.
There's a smuggle.
Very close by. I forgot about that stash for a sec. Pistol snorkel, that's super easy too. Loud SMG gives a little bit more of an issue, but not really because a lot of the popular ways to isolate Ludmilla is soundproof. So really, it's just tagging the targets with costumes that kind of belong to them. The only exception being bodyguard Ludmilla, but you're just going to leave as the bodyguard anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference in my eyes.
Most likely true. A couple of tournaments ago, this spin would have actually been illegal since there are in my my old opinion, still two large firearms in the spin, being a loud SMG and silenced shotgun. However, with the introduction of the new tiny loud SMG, that has changed, and that is now indeed a legal spin.
Nice, nice. All right, so Aphro luring over one of the guards, and it looks like Alph is going to be doing the same thing. They're just going to be isolating all the guards and then shooting Tyson as soon as possible. So looks like Aphro is actually like a smidge ahead, but in the context of this Haven, it's not really a lead. So Aphro gets the shot in, and now Alph does as well. Both will be taking the bodyguard disguise, which is arguably the best disguise on this map, and will be moving on. So it seems like both players are going to do the large SMG, the loud one. Well, it has to be loud. So, you know, we won't be... I assume the pistol slot's either going to be a Seeker or a silenced pistol. In Aphro's case, it will be a Seeker.
I think both picked a Seeker here.
Yeah.
Does make a lot of sense on Haven. Seeker or medics in general just make it so much easier to isolate these targets. I think Aphro even brought a Durian to have even more medics here. Certainly does help with some of the isolations from the targets.
Yeah. Yeah, like out of any map, this map, Haven, is definitely the most medic-centric map. Like other maps, you don't really see medics too often, outside of a few exceptions like Bangkok, but this one, it's like 2 out of 3 targets are practically a medic or find some really obscure spin and strat.
There's the Durian drop from Aphro for Even Bradley. That's just Snorkel Instructor missing for her. Curious to see what her plan will be for that. On the other side, Alph doing something similar. Has not medicked Steven yet, however. Well, might just do so in a second here. Or is waiting for the Snorkel Instructor to get close to maybe hit both of them with one medic. Not sure what their plan is.
I do see... Okay, there was like a little bit of a strange behavior on Aphro's end, but she does take care of it. Green guns from knocking out that guard. Just needs Snorkel Instructor. Snorkel Instructor should be on his way, and Aphro's going to knock him out with a banana, making it a silent assassin knockout, so they can hide his body. They can find his body and everything, and it will still be all good, because it is indeed an accident. Meanwhile, Alph, he just got Steven sick and will be taking care of him. He also got the Snorkel Instructor sick. So that's a huge advantage in that regard. All right.
Alph did indeed wait for Steven and the Snorkel Instructor to basically stand right next to each other. And I medicked them both with one Durian, and it's going to get the second kill.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah. And that should be GG's. Although, I am not too sure. Does it matter which bathroom they go into? Because I know most of the time they go to the left one. So I don't know if
I don't think it does matter. I don't think anybody walks into the bathrooms on their own.
Okay. Yeah, so Aphro is still getting the Snorkel, having a little bit of trouble. She tried to take advantage of the bushes, but sadly he is not budging.
Sadly not. Snorkel Instructor is by far one of the more annoying disguises to grab.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Definitely cannot blame her there.
Yeah. It's like Snorkel and Boat Captain you definitely don't want to see on the spin. And Alph with a very risky Seeker shot, but lands it without ripping or anything. So he should just be on his way to wait in the bathroom for Ludmilla. And we have a scoring update as well. Hausen taking it over Frody in scale. Very impressive.
Well done. 5 minutes something. Also quite a respectable time. Aphro finally getting the snorkel instructor with a blue egg now inside those bushes.
Yep. And will be on her way to take out Steven. While Alph does wait for Ludmilla.
Lockdown gunshot heard. Alph is still green,
Is he?
but manages to exit.
Oh, very clever from Alph to shoot it from that side. Yeah. That looks to be GG's, as Aphro seems to be a bit too far behind to catch up.
Another minute or something, and Aphro would probably be out as well.
Yeah.
Got the Steven kill, got the bodyguard disguise bag. No, just would have needed the Ludmilla isolation and the kill pretty much. So definitely a close match here, or close map rather.
Yeah, close map match. All right, well, let's look at these group stages, shall we? We'll wait for a little loading screen. And then that should be Group G. So the scores haven't updated yet, but that will be 2 more points towards Alph, which will bring him to 24. So just 2 away from catching up to Peter. But whether he catches up to Peter or not, I believe he will qualify.
Yes, I think with that win, I think actually all 6 points from Alpha are still missing in this graph. So yeah, he would be at 28 points, which would have definitely secured his advancement, as we can see right there.
Oh, okay. I see it now. It just didn't do the match. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do have Group G done. Moo, Alph, David Red Sox, and Peter Dunnan advancing onto the bracket round. So
the final spots are not decided 100% yet, I think. There is one more match in this group between Aphro and TK, but will not change who's advancing and who won't.
yeah, as even a sweep from Aphro's end will not give him enough points to catch.
Sadly not. Nope.
All right, well, let's see these up and coming matches. I believe there is one going on right now, but we'll still read them out. Of course, Hausen Frody happening. We also have Channel Reindeer and In for Fun in an hour. Parapluie Buff Guy in 5. Chromex Max Masters in 12. Pidgey Pack in a day. Same for Channel Joined Yanini. And I Like Hitman Oh Shit Man. Lots of man. All right. Well, now I am off to give that Frody match raid. So just stay tuned or switch right now. Whatever your choice is. Peace.
Goodbye.
All right, it is now ended. Great casting.
All right.